Welcome, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. What is today? Today is Tuesday, I think. I think today's Tuesday. So I hope everybody's doing well. Almost the middle of September, folks. September is almost halfway over with. Appreciate you sharing me out, Sonia. Kenneth, the Kentucky fam. How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you stopping by today. So yeah, it's almost the middle of September, folks. 3 more months till Christmas. Can you believe it? 3 months till Christmas. Can't believe it. First part of the year was dragging by and dragging by and dragging by, and now it's flying by. We'll wake up soon and it'll be Christmas. What's up, Rhino Slots? How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. Chief Wahoo, how you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Dragoon Gaming, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Amazing Maisie, how you doing today? But yeah, 3 months, guys. Christmas. 3 months. Christmas, folks. Well, a little more than 3 months, but you might as well just say 3 months. Hey, Aurora. 3 months. So you might as well get out there and get that Christmas shopping done. Get that Christmas shopping done. Of course, it's almost the Wicked Witch of the West and Wicked Witch of the East's favorite day, too. Halloween. It's almost their favorite day. Poor old Sid went out to eat last night. Was it last night or night before last? I think it was last night. And he started eating. No, he didn't go out to eat. Tony Damon cooked for him. But before I could stop him from eating, and I tried to warn him that she put a spell on the food. He had already started eating, so it didn't work. What's up, J-Dog? How you doing today, my friend? Appreciate you coming by. So unfortunately, I think Sid ate the food, and he got the spell put on him by the Wicked Witch of the West. I was trying to warn him, but it just didn't work out well. I wasn't quick enough. But anyway, I tried. I guess my Oakland Raiders pulled out a win last night in overtime. I did not stay up and watch the game because I thought Baltimore would beat them to death, so I didn't even stay up and watch it. But somehow or another, the Raiders won. Did I say Oakland Raiders? It's not the Oakland Raiders no more. It's the Las Vegas Raiders. I keep forgetting that. But my Raiders pulled out a win in overtime. I have no idea how they did it. I did not watch it. I'm amazed. I didn't even know they had a football team anymore, to be honest with you. Haven't heard nothing good about them anyway. KK said it's 82 and windy. It's 86 here and hot. No wind. 86 and hot, no wind. But yeah, so week 1 is behind us, folks. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns. I thought they had a chance against the Kansas City Chiefs, but unfortunately they came up short at the end of the game. Thought they had a chance, but they didn't. Not sure what's going on with the Green Bay Packers, folks. Any of you Packers fans, don't know what to tell you. Wasn't a good first game for the Packers. Wasn't a good first game for Jacksonville. Several injuries Sunday in the NFL too, guys. Several injuries. Who day? That's right, Jim. Who day? KK said had a mist of rain this morning. We had fog. We had fog because of the humidity. So we had fog this morning. But yeah, several injuries coming out of Sunday's game. That's unfortunate, folks. Unfortunate. That poor running back out of San Francisco, he can't catch a break. That young man cannot catch a break. He's out with a knee injury now. I think they said 8 weeks. I don't think he's out all year, but I think they said at least 2 months. That poor guy cannot catch a break. It's a dangerous game, folks. It's a dangerous game. You would have think we would have learned something from back in the medieval days from jousting tournaments. You would think we would have learned something from the jousting tournaments from back in the day. But I guess not. Yeah, we should have learned some things from the Middle Ages. When you get two objects going at each other at full speed, when they make impact, a lot of times it don't work out well. It does not work out well. But them fellas sure do take some hits. They definitely take some hits. I wouldn't want to be out there doing it. It was bad enough taking hits growing up and then in high school playing football. I can't imagine getting hit by some of them people in college and in the pros. It's like running into a Mack truck. Like running into a darn Mack truck. It is. So Sonia and Jim's counting down the days before they head off on the vacay. Unfortunately, they're going to run into the first morning they wake up in the great state of Vermont. They're going to wake up to 4 foot of snow. I looked in the crystal ball, and that's what the crystal ball told me. That's all I got to go by is what the crystal ball says. What's up, Nell Court? How you doing, Nell? Sonia says 9 days. 9 more days, y'all. RV DJ will be hitting the road. Westbound and down. Yep, Sonia and Jim will be westbound down. Nell says recovering today. What all they do to you, Nell? What all they do to you? I know they put in the machine yesterday. What's up with that? Any results yet? Any results yet from them putting you inside the tube? Inside the tube? I don't know if y'all saw this or not, folks. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. But you know, there's a lot of people been digging up a lot of fossils of the woolly mammoth. I guess the woolly mammoth was one of the last things that perished. So they're finding lots of tusks, lots of frozen skeletal remains of the woolly mammoths. No results yet. Just sucks to be here. They're 1.15 hours. I hear you now. So apparently a lot of these woolly mammoth stuff is preserved really well. So supposedly they're getting a lot of DNA out of these woolly mammoth remains. So I was reading a report, and it looks like what they're saying is they're predicting within 10 years, they're going to cross the woolly mammoth and the almost extinct Southeast, I think they said Southeast Asia elephants. And they seem to think that's going to bring the woolly mammoth back to life. Now, I know there's that research lab over in South Korea. In South Korea, that is trying to, how can I say this without YouTube kicking me off? They've created a lot of animals, a lot of dogs, cats, baby calves, everything in the lab. But the last report I saw out of there was they've been searching for enough DNA from the woolly mammoth to where they can create a woolly mammoth in the lab in South Korea. I've watched several shows about that. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Who knows? 100 years from now, they might dig up the old hillbilly and remake the old hillbilly, folks. I hear you, Ms. Zim. Hey, Naj, how you doing today? Yeah, it gives me hope. Maybe 100 years from now, they'll dig up the old hillbilly, grab that DNA, and make a whole nother generation of hillbillies. That would be awesome. It would be awesome. I don't know, y'all. Seems like every time we try to mess with nature, something bad happens. I know the one article I was reading, somebody left a comment in it that said that did they not watch Jurassic Park? Now, I have no idea what they mean by that because I did not watch Jurassic Park, folks. I don't know nothing about it. I hear you, Ms. Zim. Yeah, I did not watch Jurassic Park, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but apparently, I guess in Jurassic Park, it didn't work out well when they brought some of those dinosaurs back to life or whatever they did. I don't know. Like I say, I did not watch it. But that was one of the comments somebody left on the article I was reading about the woolly mammoths. I hear you, Ms. Zim. I don't know. All I can do is report to you some of the stuff that according to some research out there is going on around the world. I hear you, Sonia. I hear you, Sonia. That's always been my motto too, Sonia. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't mess with it. Don't adjust it. Leave it alone. But some people, I guess they just can't leave things alone. That's from the movie in reference to the comment you just mentioned. Oh, I got you, Ms. Zim. Yeah, I never saw the movie Jurassic Park, folks. I have no idea what happened, what it's about, or nothing else. I never watched the movie. I have never watched it. I just don't think that was, I didn't have no interest in it. So I have no idea what happened in that movie. It's like Jaws. I think I watched the original movie Jaws, and I never watched another one after that. I watched the very first one, and I never watched one after that. It's like I was telling y'all the other week, same way with the scary movies. I always watched the first ones. I never watched anything after the first ones. Like Friday the 13th, part 27, or what, however many of those there have been, and the Halloweens and the Freddy Kruegers and all that. I watched the first one, and that's it. I've never watched any of the 2 through 100 or whatever it is. Exactly, Naj. Don't screw it up. That's exactly right, Naj. Do not screw it up. I didn't really get to read the whole article. I saw something today. I just glanced over it, folks, and I don't have the full information on it, but I guess there's some, I want to say it's a Russian billionaire. Now, I might be wrong, but it seems like there was like a Russian billionaire that's going to fund 4 people to go up into space. Not astronauts, just 4 regular people. Seemed like I saw something about that, but like I say, I didn't get a chance to check it out. Mega Man Mike, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming by. Glad to have you here. I don't know if I'd want to go in space or not. I hear you, Ms. M. There's a reason why it's extinct. That's exactly right, Nosh. You're exactly right. Ms. M said, hence life will find a way. But I don't know, guys. Used to, I would have went to a space station. I would have thought that would have been neat. I would have liked to have went to space. I always thought it would be neat to live in a space station. But the older I get, the more claustrophobic I get, folks. You know, I went through sub school. I went through the diving bell. I went through the pressure tank. I was on a little bitty diesel boat submarine underneath the ocean. It never bothered me, folks. But the older I get, I just can't stand the thoughts of it. It makes me claustrophobic. The older I get more claustrophobic, and heights started to bother me. I don't like heights, and I don't like being closed up in tight spaces like that. It's funny because I rode submarines, and I used to climb power structures and gaff telephone poles for a living. And now I just don't like none of the above. I don't like it. So it's funny how age does that to you. I assume it's age that does it to you. I know in my younger days, I didn't give 2 poots about nothing. It's like up in the mountains of Western North Carolina on the Blue Ridge Parkway, a lot of the attractions and stuff up there when I was a kid, they'd put up a rock wall, and you weren't supposed to go over the rock wall. Shoot, we'd go over the rock wall, walk out on the rocks, and sit there with our feet hanging down, and you'd starve to death before you hit the bottom if you ever fell off. But we used to sit out there, and it's like it was nothing. Nowadays, I don't even want to walk up to the rock wall. As a matter of fact, I don't even like to drive on the Blue Ridge Parkway no more. There's some places on that Blue Ridge Parkway you look over, you starve to death, folks, before you hit the bottom. That's because the older you get, the smaller you get. You know how easy you can die. I hear you, Naj. With age comes common sense. I hear you, Mrs. M. I mean, I don't know if it's a psychological thing or what, folks, but I really don't. I do not like being, it started bothering me at the phone company when I had to go underneath houses. The claustrophobia really started getting to me, crawling under houses at working for the phone company, and then gaffing telephone poles and stuff. It started to bother me. It really did, and I don't know why. I've done it my whole life, but all of a sudden it started bothering me. Now it's funny because I can get in a bucket truck. I had a 40-foot bucket truck, had a 40-foot lift on the back of my bucket truck. I could go take that thing all the way up and get up there working. I'd have it fully extended, and to get it to move back and forth, I could put pressure with my big toe inside the bucket, and it would make the bucket sway back and forth. I could do that all day long. But now anymore, going up a ladder or gaffing something or climbing a power structure, I have no desire for it. There's Dude Love. There's Dude Love in the house. Wait, with age comes common sense. When did this happen? Well, if it's anybody's got wisdom about age, he's the perfect man to go to for information, because he's older than dirt. Older than dirt. Vermont Painting Photos. He's so old, you can almost see through him, y'all. That's exactly right. He is so old, you can almost see through him. Does that mean I have common sense? You ain't got no common sense. You lost common sense about 3,000 years ago. About 3,000 years ago. I think Tony Damien and the Wicked Witch of the West and SF Rose, the Wicked Witch of the East, has put some spells on Vermont. I think they put some spells on him. How close to 54 is he, Carolyn? Ms. M, Vermont Paint is 3,055 years old. 3,055 years old. Inflation, it costs too much for common sense. Yeah, he was older than dirt when he gave Eve the apple. Yeah, he was older than dirt when he gave Eve the apple. Oh, so he's only 1 year older than me. I hear you. Opposed to the normal sense, Vermont says. Wow. Wow. So, Vermont, what are they going to do about your hip, Vermont? I haven't heard you say anything about your hip. What are they going to do about it? They're going to operate? They're going to put you in a body cast? They're going to give you a walker? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they going to do to Dude Love? I wonder if he got in trouble today. I'm sure he did. His granddaughter's there, so I'm sure he got in trouble with his wife for doing something today. I'm sure he got in trouble for doing something today. Clone him. He's going to be perfect again. Oh, Miss M. The original was bad enough. I don't know about cloning. No, physical therapy until I complain. I heard that physical therapy stuff hurts. I've never had physical therapy. You've had physical therapy, Vermont. I heard that stuff hurts, dude. I don't need to go to no physical therapy. They say it hurts. I don't like pain. I do not like pain. No, I do not. KK said, ouch, ouch. She says, I didn't get in any trouble. Annoying, but no trouble. And yes, it hurts bad. I don't get that physical therapy stuff, y'all. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, I heard it hurts. I don't know, y'all. I don't do pain very well. I do not do pain very well at all. All that stretching and pulling and yanking and ugh. They stretch you beyond the limits. Yeah, I'm not up for all that, y'all. I am not up for all that. All the folks down in Louisiana, y'all keep them in your prayers. All those people in Louisiana, keep them in your prayers, folks. Looks like we're going to get a ton of rain again. Did y'all see it on the national weather last night? That storm made a 90-degree turn to the left, got almost to land, and then turned 90 degrees and went straight north to Galveston, just below Galveston, Texas. If you look how it tracked, it went up, took a hard left, 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees straight north. It's kind of weird what it did. But I do get to get in a pool with a old wrinkled lady. Wow, dude. Yep, they said it was pretty rough. They said it was pretty rough, but I've never seen one. You know, you see it jog on the maps, but this one was going up and then it took a completely 90-degree turn. And then right before it hit land, it took another 90-degree turn and scooted right up the coast and came ashore right there below Galveston, Texas. It's kind of weird how they did that. It was kind of weird how it did that. But they said that, as like I always say to y'all, the east side's the dirty side. That's what they call it, the dirty side, where most of the wind and the rain is. And looks like Louisiana is going to get hammered with rainfall, y'all. Them poor people, a lot of them still ain't got power, ain't got nothing. And they said it could be torrential rain, is what they said this morning. Dark County Picker says praying for them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Junior in college going for her BS. I hear you, Vermont. But yeah, it is Vermont. It's bad, dude. I don't know what they're talking about, but the National Weather this morning said some areas might get, they threw a figure out of 20 inches. 20 inches. That is crazy. Hey, Oreo Mouse, how you doing? How you doing today, my friend? Yeah, 20 inches of rain. I can't imagine. Good Lord. You know, out there on them barrier islands, I mean, I know there's people love living on them, and I'm sure it's nice to wake up every morning and have a cup of coffee and go out on your deck and you're out there in the ocean and it's beautiful and it's calm and it's so nice. But when them storms come, folks, I don't know if all that niceness on them other days is worth it or not. Hey, Travel Dreamer, how you doing? That place needs to build on a mountain. I hear you, Vermont. Yeah, I saw Sid's and them's picture on Instagram, Sonia. But yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful. It's just like up in North Carolina. You get out there on those islands. My boss man had a big 3-story house up there. It was actually 4 stories because the first floor was on stilts. The house was built on stilts and it had 3 floors above that. And we used to go up there for some meetings sometimes. And it's beautiful to wake up in the mornings and go out and sit on the deck and have your coffee, and the ocean's just like glass or real light, late waves hitting. It's beautiful. But when them storms come, it tears up everything. You want to go out on the ocean? All right, Vermont says. Houseboats. Hey, Float Dizzle, how you doing, my friend? Hadn't seen you in a while, Float Dizzle. I hope you're being safe and doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing great. Glad to be in Michigan and not in the path of the storm. I hear you, Travel Dreamer. But yeah, it's beautiful, folks, when you're out there and it's nice. But when them hurricanes come, they ruin everything. They literally ruin everything. It's not good. I prefer a little ugly for security. I couldn't live in such areas. All is well, bro. How are you? I'm doing okay, buddy. I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. But yeah, Mr. Tim's house, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, folks, when it's calm. But the rest of the time, when it comes in storms, it's horrible. Exactly, Vermont. Exactly, dude. That's what was so weird. What was it? I mean, it's been several years ago. That big storm, that big hurricane hit down there in Florida. You know, you look at all those beach houses, everything's flattened, and there's one house still standing. And I forgot how much money that man spent on that one house, but he spent a fortune. Some rich man, he spent a fortune with the reinforced walls and all that stuff in that house. It was so weird. Everything around it's completely flattened, just flattened. And there's that one house completely intact, nothing wrong with it. It's kind of weird. But y'all, for years after that, I-10, they were still out there cutting down trees in the median on the sides of the roads in I-10 when that thing come through. It tore up everything. It was horrible. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I guess if there's a hurricane coming, everybody just pack up and take off up to Vermont Paint's house and hide in his basement. Yep. Yeah, I had a little bit, buddy, but it wasn't that much. It was weird. I don't understand living below sea level like New Orleans. I lived in Metairie, Travel Dreamer. Metairie's right here, and New Orleans is right here. I lived right outside of New Orleans, and I was down there for a flood. It wasn't a hurricane, but it come a really bad flood down there, and all the insurance companies, all our vehicles, they got rid of all of our vehicles. All of our vehicles flooded. They totaled every vehicle. There was people riding up and down the road in front of the townhouse in John boats. The first floor of the townhouse got wet. It was horrible just during a rain. Chip paint and pressure washing. That's right, dude. But I forgot how much rebar, Vermont. What did they say? It was built to withstand 150, or was it? I want to say it's 150 mile an hour wind. It might have been 200 mile an hour wind. But it's some ungodly amount of wind that house is supposed to be able to withstand. And they said one strap, he put 4. Yeah, there was some ungodly amount of wind that they said it would withstand. 161 miles an hour. There you go. Yep. But there ain't many people can afford to do all that, y'all. Who can afford to, I don't have a couple of million or $3 million or whatever it costs to invest in a house. Window is the weak point. Yep. Appreciate the like and share, Arlene Bernita. It was kind of weird, Vermont, when we were in funny, I just watched that video this morning. Dude, I got ESP then, don't I? I must have ESP, Vermont. But the Navy housing in the Philippines, even in Subic Bay, it was all of ours were built on stilts. Even up on the mountains, it was built on stilts. But we were out when we first got there. We were out at a communication site. It was really close to the ocean out there, and the windows in it, Vermont, it was weird. I mean, I'm not no engineer, but the windows were built to where the windows would give, and the air and the pressure would come through the windows and come right through the house. It was weird how it was built that way. It was weird. But I was only over there for one typhoon in the Philippines. Sonia says, I've escaped. I've escaped, Sonia says. But the Philippines been getting a lot of storms this year, y'all. A lot of or typhoons. They call them typhoons over there. They've been getting a lot of typhoons over there this year. It's kind of weird. Water Girl Family Adventures. How you doing, Water Girl Family Adventures? Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping in and visiting with us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hear you, Vermont. Nelson, I think that's because they have less chance of breaking during the storm. Maybe that's what it is, Nell. Maybe that's what it is. Vermont says, my big windows can handle 100-mile-an-hour wind, but not a woodpecker. Wow. Wow. But yeah, the Philippines has had a lot of typhoons lately. Wicked Witch of the West. How you doing today, Wicked Witch of the West? Are you swimming, Tony Damon? Are you swimming? I tried to warn Sid last night about eating that food because you put a spell on it, but I'm afraid he had already eaten some of it. Tony Damon says at work. At work? You probably napping. Tony Damon says, hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. She says, hi. That's how she lures you in. She goes, hi. Hey, sis. How y'all doing today? That's how she lures you in. It's kind of like the gingerbread house and Hansel and Gretel. They lure you in. Then you're in trouble. You can't get away from them. That's the problem. That is the problem. Da, 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 da. So, Vermont, I found a job for you, dude. I found a job for you, Vermont. I'm just not sure if you can pass the background check of something you might have said back when you were 3 years old, when you first started learning to talk. They're looking for a host of Jeopardy. So I put your name in for it, Vermont. I put your name in there to be the host of Jeopardy. I just hope they don't find those skeletons in your closet. Sonia says, welcome to the craziness, Water Girl. Welcome, Water Girl. I'm not as crazy as they say I am, Water Girl. I'm not as crazy as they make me out to be. Well, maybe some days I am, but most of the days I'm not. But yeah, I put Vermont Payne in to be the new host of Jeopardy. Obviously, they're having a problem finding or keeping people because of things they said 20, 30, 40 years ago. So that is a problem. So I'm thinking if we can get Mrs. Vermont to do something with the chicken head and the beaver, Vermont might have a chance to be the host of Jeopardy. But I just don't know. Maybe. He almost sounds like me. I hear you, Water Girl. What part of the country you from, Water Girl? What part of the country you from, Water Girl? Check your messages. Okay. Let me check my messages. Oh, got a little bit of damage, didn't he? Neighbor's house got a little bit of damages out there at Tony Damien's place. Tennessee. You from East Tennessee, West Tennessee, or Middle Tennessee, Water Girl? Don't tell me specifically where you from. You from West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, or East Tennessee? Norm McDonald died today, Matt Brooks says. Southeast. Well, you ain't far from where I'm originally from then, Water Girl. I'm originally from outside of Asheville, North Carolina, in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'm from just up at the top of the mountain from the South Carolina, North Carolina border up in Hendersonville, North Carolina. It's where I'm from, Western North Carolina. You from the Southeast. Yeah, I don't like Chattanooga anymore. I don't like Bristol anymore. Gatlinburg is getting too big. I still like Gatlinburg, but it's just getting so commercialized. Southeast. Water Girl says 30 minutes from Chattanooga. I hear you, Water Girl. I was over in Chattanooga a couple of years ago. I was over there working. The Chattanooga Choo Choo. Yep. It's just getting so commercialized anymore. Everything's growed up. You know, used to over at Knoxville, there wasn't nothing. There wasn't nothing over in Knoxville. Nice people and mountains and country, and now that whole area is growed up. May I ask you a question off topic? I don't have a topic. What's your question, dude? I have no topics. Most of this live stream's been a topic about you. So what's your question? If I allow painting to leave, may I use the photo of it for a t-shirt? Well, that all depends upon you. That's your decision. That's your decision, dude. That is totally your decision. Yep, that is totally your decision, brother. I mean, it belongs to you, dude. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. Southeast Tennessee. Uh-oh. He's thinking about letting something go. I wonder if Water Girl lives on one of them big old mountains north of Chattanooga. If she lives up there on one of them big old mountains north of Chattanooga, y'all can say she's a hillbilly too. They got some big old mountains up there north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. They do. Okay, I will let it go to a new home, the original. Uh-oh, Vermont. Wow. That is interesting. Nope, down in the valley. I hear you, Water Girl. I was out there training. The reason I asked, I was out there training a young lady as an underground utility locator, and she lived way up there on one of them mountains north of Chattanooga. Way up there. I can't take them with me. I hear you, brother. But yeah, she lived up there on the side of mountain way up there north of Chattanooga. But Lord, that Alcoa, Tennessee and Bristol, Tennessee and all that stuff just growed up so much I can't stand it. I don't want to go over there. I don't even want to go through over there anymore. Go four-wheeling on the mountain a lot. Well, there you go, Water Girl. There you go. A lot of people used to go over there kayaking, Water Girl. There used to be a lot of people used to go over to Chattanooga kayaking. They can go, it's hard, Bruce. If it is cheese mouse, he best come to live in Michigan with me. Travel dreamer. Travel dreamer. That silent bidder might be involved in that. Silent bidder might be involved in that. Water Girl says, we kayak too. Yeah, that's big up in Western North Carolina. Well, you know, Water Girl. That's a big thing up there in Nantahala, up there in Western North Carolina. That's a big to-do up there too. It is. But I think they had the Olympic trials over there close to Chattanooga one year, didn't they, Water Girl? Didn't they have the kayaking Olympic trials over there around Chattanooga several years ago? I'm thinking they did. I'm kind of getting old and senile, but I think they had the Olympic trials kayaking, some of the qualifying over there around Chattanooga several years ago. Several years ago over there in the holler. I never did do kayaking. We always did tubing. We always used to go inner tube. We'd tie all the inner tubes together. We'd all go tubing. I never was into kayaking. I don't have a clue. We ain't that big. It's all for fun with us. I hear you, Water Girl. Yeah, I never did kayaking. We always did tubing. We used to have a ball. Get a whole crew together and tie all the inner tubes together with ropes and go tubing down the rivers. We used to have a good time. Lord, I don't even know if they'll let you do stuff like that anymore. They probably won't even let people do that anymore. Vermont, are you going to make a Daisy the car shirt? I hear you, Travel Dreamer. I hear you, Travel Dreamer. Yeah, it used to be fun to go do stuff like that. I think I still have a cooler tube around here someplace. Yeah, it used to be awesome. Vermont used to be so much fun. Good Lord, we used to have a blast. There'd be hundreds of people out there tubing. Used to have nets in the bottom of some of the tubes and set the cold adult beverages in a cooler in those inner tubes. We used to use tractor tires to put set the cooler in. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome back in the day. We used to have a lot of fun at it, y'all. But like I say, I don't even know. You probably couldn't even get away with that anymore. It's probably against the law or something. The way everything's changed nowadays. The only time your butt is colder than the rest of you and you don't care. That's exactly right, Vermont. We use loader tires. There you go. Yep. But yeah, they'd probably put you in jail for trying to do something like that nowadays. Not the tubing part, but the cold adult beverages going down the river with you would probably be a no-no. I don't know. I just don't know. There might have been a couple of jugs going down through there with us too. Now I won't deny it. There might have been a couple of jugs going down with us. They still do it in a river in Florida. Awesome. Sonia says the dealership I bought the truck from got flooded out in the storm. Now it has to go back to the sister dealer down the road on Monday. I'll have the Jim Mobile again. Not the Smurf Mobile. Not the Papa Smurf Mobile again, Sonia. Dang. Sonia going to be driving the Smurf Mobile again, y'all. The Papa Smurf Mobile. That Papa Smurf, he's a nice guy. That Papa Smurf's a nice guy. What's up, beautiful behold? How you doing today? What's up, buddy? No, does not, Vermont. Very few people there drive, Vermont. Matt Brooks, I am not, buddy. I grew up Oakland Raiders fan, which is now in Las Vegas. But I grew up as a kid. I was a Raiders. I'm part of Raider Nation. The TPMS sensors and the two front tires are either bad or need to be reset. The truck says I have 25 PSI in the tires, but the tire gauge says 34. Something is wrong. Well, Sonia, it might have something to do with that emblem that's on your vehicle, Sonia. I'm just saying it might have something to do with that emblem that's on your vehicle. That might be the very first problem you had. I didn't stay up and watch it, Matt. I was in the bed. Hey, crazy sister Noni May. There's my sister Noni May, y'all. She loves to spend all her time in the cemeteries. She loves to spend all her time in the cemeteries. So you got to watch out for Noni May. She spends a lot of time in the cemeteries, y'all. I think she likes it there. Just have a toe strap or AA. That's me, your cray-cray baby sister. You ain't my baby sister. You my older sister, Noni May. Don't even try it, Noni May. Big sis. Noni May trying to act like she's my baby sister. Can y'all believe that? I ain't but 29 years old, Noni May. Don't even try it. I love the cemetery. Yeah, you do. You're in there all the time. I'd be scared to death to spend that much time in a cemetery. I don't even like going to the cemetery. I don't even like going to the cemetery. And when it comes my time to go there, I still ain't going to go there. I still ain't going to go. If I go, I'll be kicking and screaming. Noni May. Better redo your math, Noni May. Better redo your math, Noni May. I am neither of those two. I am neither of those two numbers. It's the best place to catch a nap, Vermont says. Noni May says, I have slept in the cemetery. Not me, Noni May. That ain't happening. That is not happening. I can see you out there popping up a tent right in the middle of the cemetery and spending the night. Not me. Not me. That ain't happening. That is not happening. Guys, hang tight. I'll be right back. I got to take a quick break. Talk to each other. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Here we go. Vermont's telling jokes. Vermont's telling jokes. Hey guys, I've been out of the loop. Did y'all see where that 22-year-old young lady that's some kind of YouTube star has been missing since July the 2nd? I want to say it's July the 2nd, but it might not be that long. But she's disappeared and nobody's seen her. And I guess her boyfriend showed back up in Florida with the the van that they were using to travel across the United States. They were on their way up to Oregon to visit friends. Did y'all see anything about that? I've been out of the loop. I have not. I totally missed that. Vermont said, yes, they still don't know anything. Yeah, I totally missed that. They said she's some kind of YouTube star. But apparently she's missing. Yeah, I think the last phone call from her phone was up there around the Idaho border. Somewhere. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, Big Kevin No Bull, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? I'm not going to say it's. Man, I try not to get. I can't. I don't remember her name, Naj. I do not remember her name. I just caught a glimpse of it today. I know she was 22 and he's 23. I don't even remember the channel name. But apparently they're saying she's some kind of big YouTube star. Yeah, I don't even remember the channel name. I'd have to go back and try to find it and look it up. But I think that just think if you were a young girl and you got, I mean, I don't know how many followers she's got, but let me just pick a random number out of the air. Say you got 1 million followers. I mean, that could be kind of bad, you know, especially if you're documenting yourself going across the United States traveling. I mean, that could be kind of dangerous. That's not true, Noni May. You hang out with Brenda Land. You hang out with Brenda Land, Noni May. See you, Water Girl. Water Girl, don't be a stranger. Come on back. I try to do this every day, Water Girl. You're more than welcome to come back and visit with us. I appreciate you. Feel free to join the channel and ring that bell. Ring that bell, Water Girl. We try to do this every day. Let me see if I can at least find her YouTube channel. Gabrielle Petito. Gabrielle Petito, I think's her name. I was trying to see what her. I can't see what her channel name is right now. Oh, it was her fiance. They're saying now, Naj. They're saying it's her fiance. Thank you, Noni May. Hillbilly, it's van life. I don't think that's what they said. Naj, he's not talking, they said. I don't think that was the name I saw, Vermont. I didn't think it was van life. I thought it was something else. I was thinking it was something else. They'd been living in Northport, Florida for the last 2.5 years. Yeah, I didn't think it was van life. You're looking at the article? Yeah, the one I saw gave a different name, dude. It gave a different name than that. So maybe I'm wrong, but the one I was looking at gave a different name for the channel name. Vermont says he's looking at the article. Vermont says he's looking at the article. Petito, I think's how you spell it, Naj. Petito, I think's how the last name was spelled. Gabrielle Petito or something like that. Petito. 22 years old. And I was just reading right then, they're saying the last known was in the Grand Teton Park in Wyoming. Apparently at the Wyoming-Idaho border there or something. Vermont says it's called van life. Yeah, the one I saw, they gave us a different channel name, Vermont. So I don't know. But you're reading the article and you know more than me. I'm just going by off my old crazy mind. But yeah, if you're a young person like that, especially a young female, even though she is traveling with her boyfriend, just to say you got, 500,000, 100,000, a million family members, and you're documenting your life, your daily trip across the United States, to me, that can be kind of dangerous. I would not recommend it. I really wouldn't. Like I say, I don't know what the deal's going to be, but you never know, folks. You never know. Yeah, maybe Travel Dreamer. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I say, I did not even know it. I came across it today, and I don't know all the details. And I guess, yeah, the Grand Teton National Forest. I guess the girl's mom reported her missing September, wasn't it, Vermont? Didn't they just report her missing this month? And what I was reading, it said that I guess him and the camper van is already back in Florida. So he's back in Florida. The camper van's back in Florida, but she's not there. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm not going to speculate. It's none of my, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for speculation. I just saw that and I thought, that even them being a young couple, it can be dangerous. 3 weeks ago, Vermont says, they reported her missing. So, yeah, lot of people show their lives every day on social media, and makes you stop and think sometimes, I guess. Hey, Carolyn, to be free, how you doing today, my friend? Appreciate you coming by. I mean, that's kind of scary. People say, "Oh, people don't get fame on YouTube." Well, it depends upon how many family members you got. I mean, you never know, especially this day and age. But folks, there's some people out there that are off their rockers. They're off their rockers. Carolyn, be free. We were talking about that young 22-year-old girl. Yeah, Sonia, that's I don't want to speculate, Sonia. But yeah, that's kind of interesting that he's not saying anything. I hear you, Travel Dreamer. I don't blame him. Now, as 9/11 is official, that's sad it took so long. Yep, I agree, Vermont. I agree, but her mom said the reason, she didn't get so worried was because a lot of times she was always in places that didn't have cell phone service. And I think she waited, I think what I saw was her mom waited 8 days. And then she realized, well, maybe I better report it because, she didn't figure she'd be out of cell phone service for 8 days. It's just it's weird, y'all. The whole thing's weird. Only reason I brought that up was throw it out there to y'all. You never know, folks. You meet somebody here on YouTube and you don't know nothing about them. All you do is see them in the chat or they come up their panel and talk to you, and it's just, you never know. 8 days. What was she thinking? Well, Carolyn, to be free, they were going to a bunch of different parks, traveling across the United States, going to meet friends in Oregon. So apparently in a lot of the national forests and parks, there's no cell phone service, Carolyn, to be free. So I guess that wasn't unusual for her to go several days without talking because of no cell phone service. Yes, I read it wrong. They left 3 weeks ago. Blonde hair, blue eyes with tattoos. But I get it, y'all. Free spirit, had a nice looking camper van. Good to go. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens. If any of y'all find out, something before I find out something about it or any of that, let me know. It just caught my interest. The first thing that popped in my mind, and she was a YouTube star, something to think about. You never know about people on platforms. You don't know about people. You always got to be safe, y'all. You always got to be safe. Camping out in the middle of nowhere in a camper van, it's probably a lot of fun. And for 99.9% of the time, they wouldn't be a problem. But all it takes is one time to be a problem, y'all. That's how they described her. A bit vague. I got you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing just seems weird to me, Seems weird. We'll see what the outcome is, folks. Maybe, maybe we You never know. We might not ever know. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. That's how they described her. A bit vague. Got that. Tony Damon said, what's her name? Gabby was her name. Tony Damon. Gabby, Petito, was her name, Tony Damon. Absolutely, Naj. Prayers for that young lady. Like I say, I don't want to speak out of turn, but something just don't seem right, y'all. It just don't seem right. Exactly, Carolyn, to be free. You're exactly right. Yep, best case scenario is maybe they got upset at each other or something, and she took off walking and ended up meeting some other folks or something else, maybe. I don't know. I just saw an article 3 hours ago that says the boyfriend put out a statement via his lawyer. Yeah, see, I haven't seen that, Sonia, so I don't have a clue. I don't know. I know with the part I saw said that his mom and dad had said they got nothing to say, that if anybody had any questions to go through his lawyer is all I saw. But Sonia said there's an article from 3 hours ago that he's put out a statement. Another YouTuber killed herself a few months ago named Lee McMillan. Wow, Danny. That's not good. That's not good. But yeah, just keep in mind, folks, it's a dangerous world out there. It really is. Whether, like I say, folks, for 99.9% of us, ain't got a thing in the world to worry about. It's that 0.01% time that just blows your doors off, That 0.01% time that just catches you right by the hair of the head and says, hey, dummy. I mean, how many of us, I used to do it all the time, folks. I used to be the world's worst. I'd drive 18, 19, 20, 24 hours trying to get from one spot to another. And I was the world's worst to pull into a rest area and just lean my front seat back and go to sleep. I was the world's worst for that. And, I stop and think about it and say, boy, that wasn't very smart. You pull into a rest area into a spot at, 2:00 in the morning, and you lean the seat back and you take a quick power nap, and anything could happen. Anything could happen. Vermont said, this life right now is dangerous and stressful for a bunch of people. If you're depressed, please ask for help. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. That's right. Yeah, depression's a strong thing, Danny Stout. Depression is a strong thing. Vermont says, if you're depressed, please ask for help. Well, Vermont, I got a question for you. Now that you're not eating all that other stuff, where are you getting your fiber from, Vermont? Where are you getting your fiber from, Vermont? Yeah, that's exactly right, beautiful Bahol. That's exactly right, my friend. But I can tell you from having a personal family member that those mental issues are bad. They're real and they're bad. They really are. Oatmeal and Nutri-Grain. I eat Nutri-Grain bars every morning, Vermont. Every morning. I've been eating salad every day for 5 days in a row now. I've had salad for 5 days in a row now. I either have put chicken in it, sliced up chicken patties, or a small can of tuna in my salads for 5 days in a row now. Lettuce, tomato, cucumbers. Danny says, I eat oatmeal almost every morning. A bow hunter killed a 13-point buck today here in North Carolina. Wow, I hear you, Carolyn. I have to eat grapes and chocolate almond milk. See, I normally don't have a problem, especially when I eat salad stuff. Salad stuff usually fixes me right up, dude. But not now. Not now. Starting to be a problem. 13-point buck. I hear you, Carolyn, to be free. That's pretty awesome. Especially with a bow. Especially with a bow. It's hard to trick a big one like that to come close to you when you're bow hunting. It's a lot easier to get those big ones with a rifle. It's hard to do with a bow. It really is. It's hard to get one that big with a bow. They don't get that big for being dumb, y'all. Country, Danny Stout. Country, brother. Yeah, I ain't never lived in a city my whole life, Danny. I've never lived in a city my whole life. I was born in the mountains, brother. I grew up in the mountains. Yeah, I've never lived in a city, buddy. Or one BK burger is like Roto-Rooter. I hear you, Vermont. Yep, I ain't never lived in no city. I wouldn't know nothing about it. I've never even really lived in the suburbs of a city, to be honest with you. I was born and raised in the city, but I hate city living. Dude, I don't even like to drive through the big cities, Danny. That's one of the biggest things I hated about my job and all the traveling I did was I'd always have to go to the big cities because there was always a lot of fiber buried in the ground in the big cities. And we used to have to locate the fibers. So every state I went to, I always had to go to the big cities. And I absolutely hated it, dude. I hated it. I don't even like to drive through the big cities. Yeah, I am not a big city kind of person. I just don't like it. Big city here is country living for you. I hear you, dude. Yeah, I can't. To be honest with you, Danny, when I was in the Philippines a couple of years ago, we spent some time in Manila. And dude, I'm not a big city person. I don't like all that hustle and bustle and traffic and noise and all that. That's not me. Yeah, I agree, my friend. Got out of the army, got out of the big city. It takes 30 minutes to drive from one end to the other with stoplights. It's small. Dude, I ain't got but one stoplight in the little old town where I live at. We got one red light at a four-way intersection. Yeah, Danny, where I'm at right now, Danny, I have no chain grocery stores. There's no McDonald's, no Hardee's, no Burger King, no nothing. We got a couple of little small family-owned restaurants in the town that I'm close to, but dude, there's nothing. Nothing. But yeah, I grew up way back in the woods. Wife had two in the blinking light where she grew up. Yeah, where I grew up, Vermont, we had nothing. There wasn't no red lights. Yeah, no red lights for me when I was growing up as a kid. At all. Before moving to Detroit, I lived in a town with 750 people. Very small mountain town. Loved it. Sounds perfect to me, Danny says. Yeah, dude, I just, I don't like the city. I don't like the hustle and bustle, and I don't like all the crowd and all that. It just ain't me. It just ain't me. I can't picture me living in a big city. I guess the closest thing to a big city is we had apartments out in California. When we were out there in California working, we had apartments. We had an apartment halfway between San Jose and San Francisco, California. And no, that's not for me. A lot of people love it, but not me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I think we have 5,000 people in this city near me. I don't think we got nowhere near that many. I know our city limit, the town limits down here close to me, the town limits probably ain't got 50 people. Yeah, they might have 50 people in the town limits down here where I'm at. That's exactly right, Danny. My dad has 5K. My brother has 1,500 and 20,000 cows, Vermont said. Yeah, that's like where I'm at now, y'all, out here on the dirt road. When I moved out here, it's been 20 years ago? 20 years ago, there wasn't nobody went up and down the dirt road. Nobody went up and down the dirt road. Now, every day, in one day, I see more people than I used to see in a whole month out here on the dirt road. Chickens outnumbered the people of my town. We got a bunch of chickens down here. We got a bunch of chickens in South Carolina, Travel Dreamer. We do have a lot of chickens. Bunch of chicken houses. Now, up in North Carolina, they got a bunch of turkey houses. Bunch of turkey houses. But down here, we have chicken houses. No, it says moo. All I got's 5 acres, Travel Dreamer. 5 acres. I had 6, maybe 7 cars a day until Wally World went in. Now it's hundreds. Yeah, I got people out here all night long out here on the dirt road. They say that they come out here and did the surveying and all that. They say they're going to pave it next year, y'all. Yeah, turkey farms and chicken houses both. But they say they're going to pave the road next year. Maybe if they'll pave the road out here, it'll get rid of some of the riffraff. I don't know. Bree says, sweet, we're talking farming again. Yeah, I had a moment of silence, Bree, at the beginning of the live stream. You weren't here for it. I waited on you, but you weren't here. We had a moment of silence for the 2 baby bulls that aren't bulls anymore. So we did have a moment of silence for the 2 baby bulls that are not bulls anymore. They're steers. Thanks to Bree the Bander. Bree the Bander. That's about the size I want for me and my animals. I hear you, Travel Dreamer. Sonia says, hey, Bree, did you bring the egg rolls? Did you get an Instagram from Sonia? I don't know if I did or not, Vermont. I did not. I did not get nothing from you, Sonia. I didn't get one, Sonia. Whatever it was, it hasn't come yet. I'm kind of getting quite a few nicknames. Yeah, but they're not too bad. I mean, we could call you Bree the Terrible, Bree the Ripper, Bree the Bull Killer, but we didn't. Happy Taco Tuesday. I hear you, Bree. Vermont says, okay, I sent. Bree made them. Yeah, I didn't get nothing from Sonia. Uh-oh. Bree says, OMG, don't show him that. Oh, yeah, I want to see this. Since Bree don't want me to see it, I definitely want to see it. OMG. What is that? Bree. Bree. OMG. Bree. Bree. Oh my aching back. That doesn't look like an egg roll. I'm sorry, Bree, but that does not look like an egg roll. See you, Danny. Appreciate you. It don't look like an egg roll, Bree. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say what it looks like, but it don't look like no egg roll to me. Yeah, it don't look like an egg roll to me. Looks like something else. Nah, I can't. It's got people's names on it. Naj, I can't show it to you. It's got people's names on it. I don't want to show nobody's name. Bree. No, you didn't, Bree. Bree says, Vermont, Bree says she ate it anyway. Lord, how mercy. No, don't show it. Yeah, I ain't showing it. I'm not showing it. It's got people's names on it. Bree says I ate it anyway. Wow. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say a word. She told me she is a biter. I almost died when she did. Wow. I am speechless. One of the few times in my life I am speechless, Sonia. I was not expecting to see that. And I was not expecting Bree to say, I ate it anyway. Whew. Well, Bree, did it have sweet and sour sauce on it? Did you put sweet and sour sauce on it? Oh my God. Tell me you at least put some sweet and sour sauce on it before you bit it. I remember thinking, where is Jim to supervise? Woo! Sweet and sour sauce? Some duck sauce or something? Tabasco? Thousand Island? Something. Wow. Wow. Yep. Sweet chili sauce. Yum. Vermont said last night was beavers and egg rolls. Wow. Wow. Beavers and egg rolls, huh? No, I says I would eat it also if I made it. TGI, you're a star on Hillbillies now. Better than Sonia, you did not go there. Sonia, I was not saying that for a reason, Sonia. Duke's mayonnaise did not come out of my mouth, Sonia. Good Lord, have mercy. No, Vermont, I did not say anything about Duke's mayonnaise. I went the sweet and sour sauce instead of saying Duke's mayonnaise. Wow. Whew. Hey, forever best friend, how you doing today? Y'all keep it up. I'm gonna have to take a shower and read the good book tonight. I'm not reading that, Vermont. I'm not reading that out loud, Vermont. I refuse to read that out loud. Yeah, I refuse to read that out loud. Holy Batmobile. Holy Batmobile. Taking a break and editing video from our visit at the Missouri Humane Society. Wow, I hear you, forever best friend. Sonia says, Bruce, stop. Vermont said, it's salad dressing. Tony Damon busting out crying. WTF Squash, how you doing today, my friend? Appreciate you coming by. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, Lord, there comes Matt Brooks with a dad joke. There he comes with a dad joke. Vermont Paint said, well, in Bree's case, it's salad undressing. Wow. WTF Squash says, better than yesterday. Dang, brother, I hope you're doing okay. I sure hope Bruce doesn't go visit Bree and take his chicken mask with him. Hopefully, he does not go visit Bree wearing his chicken mask. You all are taking advantage and misbehaving. I am not, Nell. I am trying my best to keep this on the straight and narrow, Nell. I'm trying to keep it on the straight and narrow. They're the ones that keep sidelining me. Oh, you don't want to know, forever best friend. Nope, you don't know. You don't want to know. No, Bree would make me a steer. Burnt my hand, burnt my foot, second-degree burns, then got stung by a bee, and I'm allergic, and all I was doing, cooking fried taters outside. Dang, brother. Dang. Don't get me in trouble with Nell. I'm not the one getting you in trouble, Bree. Bree, you shared that with the wrong person, Bree. And I'm trying to keep this on the straight and narrow. And making moonshine too. I hear you, brother. No, Travel Dreamer, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea, Travel Dreamer. Those dad jokes, no. No. Hey, Vermont, I got a suggestion for your painting on your live stream tomorrow, Vermont. Just saying. I do have a suggestion for what you need to paint tomorrow on your live stream. Well, that's a good problem to have. What, an egg roll? Yeah, Vermont, that's exactly right. You have a perfect photo to go by. You have a perfect photo to go by. Jar of mayonnaise. Yeah, you got a very good photo to go by. So you're all set. Bree, what you trying to say? You'd have a pair? What you trying to say, Bree? You'd have a pair? Oh, Lord, this is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Bree says it would go great with the olive. Bree wants you to paint the egg roll so to be a matching pair for the olive. Wow. Wow. Not just one, but two. Holy crap. Holy crap. What do you call a bear with no teeth? I don't know, Squash. What you call a bear with no teeth? I'll go out on a limb on this one. Gummy bear. Why, I hear you, Squash. Vermont Painting Photo says a Dallas Cowboy. Wow, Vermont. My cheeks kind of hurt from laughing. Okay, Bree. If that's what's causing your cheeks to hurt, okay. Okay. Got you, Bree. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Good Lord, have mercy. Holy crap, Batman. Wow. Wow. Whew. Lord, I guess we need to shut this thing down, y'all. I guess we need to shut this live stream down today. We had a good crowd in here today. Well, Sonia, to be honest with you, you're probably better off that I didn't make it. You're probably better off that I wasn't in the chat, Sonia. Yeah, we had a good crowd today, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming by and visiting with us. I truly do. Thank you so much. And Bree, I hope your cheeks get better. Or jaws, your cheeks. I hope everything gets better. I hear you, Squash. Yeah, I hope everything gets better, Bree. Vermont, are you going live streaming tonight, Vermont? Are you going live streaming tonight, Vermont? $7 Vermont Painting Photos will be live. He'll be serving. He'll be serving egg rolls and olives tonight, y'all. He's serving egg rolls and olives tonight at 7:00. So y'all be there. Y'all be there and be square and be prepared. Egg rolls and olives on Vermont Paints live stream at 7:00 tonight. Thank you, Squash. I appreciate you coming. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. We had a good crowd in here today. Glad y'all took the time out of your day to come over here and spend some time with me. Keep me company. That's what it's all about. Keeping no hillbilly company and keeping me out of trouble. Keeping me out of trouble. I try my best to not get in trouble, but I'm kind of getting like Vermont Paints, like trouble follows me around or something. I don't know. But anyway, guys, be safe, be safe, be safe. And remember, always be good to yourself and be good to each other. And we'll try to do this again tomorrow. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.